Not sure what we have yet. I don't have any starting or anything for you.
Officers have just arrived on Mandalay Avenue, where 49-year-old Jeffrey Chapman is unresponsive. But nothing can prepare them for the state he's found in.
He's got a massive head injury. I don't know what happened to him. He's got a big open injury to the back of his head. There's like splatter.
That's significant facial injuries.
Soon after, one of the men behind this cold-blooded murder is identified as well-liked nurse Jermaine Adrian Bennett, shocking the community.
No, Jeremy don't kill nobody, no matter what. We're not a fighting person. We don't have that anger.
Yeah, I mean, people like him. Patients like him.
But despite everything pointing to a decent nurse, the detectives' investigation leads them to a far darker truth, leaving them with one burning question: who or what turned him into a psychopath?
He was relentless. I mean, he just sat there and just kept chopping.
Police say they also randomly beat another man.
Are you a fucking animal I need to put in a cage?
I want a lethal injection.
That felt so good when I hit that guy.
Mom, I gotta publish that book while this case is hot.
Do you feel any remorse?
No.
Not at all.
This case has been obtained from official police records, and some of the footage in it has never been seen before.
Clearwater Police, is someone there?
I'm here.
Hi, what's going on?
So I was at my house. I was down the street and I heard someone yelling, and so I came out here, and there's something that does not look okay on a bicycle. I don't know what happened, and then these people walked up and said that they thought he might be dead, and I don't know.
Okay, where's the person at now?
I'm across the street looking at them, and they don't look good at all.
Okay, is he breathing?
I don't know. I'm across the street. I'm scared to go over there. He doesn't look good at all.
On October 21st, 2022, just after midnight, officers are dispatched to Mandalay Avenue following a 911 call about a man lying unresponsive. But nothing about the call suggests how serious this case is about to become.
I got no signs of anything, no breathing, no nothing.
Is that a laceration, guys?
He's got a big open injury to the back of his head.
He does?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I can't tell if he like crashed and hit the ground or if he was hit with something.
We'll see the blood splatter on there?
Yeah, there's like splatter here.
Literally going this way. And that's significant facial injuries.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he crashed. I mean, that's knocked down.
And if you look up there is why I said a possibility. I'm not saying that's the case. That sign's knocked down on the roundabout median.
Hey, I got it. Looks like that screw went into his head. No, the blood splatter's this way. You can see it right here.
But the screw's got blood into the screw teeth.
No, that's splatter. You can see the angle.
Yeah,
it's going this way right here.
Even on this side of the screw?
Yeah.
That's even on that side.
The victim's condition is severe, with visible trauma to his head. At first, the officers consider the possibility that this was a bicycle crash, but that explanation doesn't hold for long.
I wonder if he didn't hit his face on the sign and keep riding or something.
I'll go down there with you. I'll show you what I want you to see. Okay. I'm not saying that's the case. It's just...
Well, it's just weird. I mean, he has the back of his head, which I get from, if he fell and cracked his head.
But the front of
face,
it, yeah.
Like, he wouldn't be bleeding on his face if he was laying on
And then, obviously, I believe he struck the fence.
That, yeah.
Right.
I wonder if he didn't, hit something back here, get up and try to ride, and then crash. Do you see facial injuries? I mean, I know it's real hard.
It's really hard. From where the blood's dried, it looks like.
136.
It looks like there's like a lash right there across the cheek and over the bone. Yeah. Looks like he's got a fractured eye. He's completely
So what we're
discolored.
trying to figure out is, he's got the big head injury to the back, which I get from just hypothetically slamming the ground.
I just don't know if he fell off of his bike.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but it wouldn't cause the facial injuries like that.
It'd be one impact. It wouldn't be a bunch.
So we're going to walk back, and I'm wondering if he didn't hit a sign or something and try to ride and then I don't know, man.
The injuries are extensive. An indentation along the left side of his face, significant swelling around one eye, and at the back of his head, parts of the skull are exposed. Altogether, the injuries don't point to an accident, and as the body is sent for an autopsy, detectives begin treating this as a homicide. They turn to the 911 caller, Angelina Calkins, hoping to understand what she saw in those first moments. And what she describes points to something far more deliberate.
What happened tonight that you saw?
So we were sitting in my carport having wine.
Okay, and just so I have a visual understanding.
Right there, that carport.
That one right there, I'm shining my light on, okay.
And I heard a car squeal, which sometimes happens here. And so I didn't even look up. I was like sitting in the back. And then I heard somebody go, "You f***ing cunt." And I was like, "What?" And then I heard, "Dun, dun, dun." Somebody go, "Oh." And I thought it was like a cat, honestly. And I was like, "What?" And so I told everybody, let's go inside. We all went inside. And then I looked out and a car drove away. And then I was like, no, let me just go look because I feel like I heard something. Maybe I'm just making it up. And then I looked across the street. These two guys, white guys, walked up and they were like, "Oh, looks like that guy's dead. He must have been hit with a golf club." And I was like, "What?" There was two people running into the car, but I didn't know what was going on.
From that location where that gentleman is.
Yeah. It was a car, but I had no idea what it looked like. Like, it was just a car. Like,
could you describe the two individuals at all?
I didn't even pay attention because I didn't think anything was
You just saw
happening.
movement?
Yeah, I just saw two people.
Would you even be able to tell if they were white or black or Hispanic? No idea?
It looked like men to me.
As detectives speak with the 911 caller, she reveals that she had seen two men fleeing the scene, but can do no more to identify them. Just then, the homeowner of the property where the victim was found also arrives at the scene, unaware he may be holding onto something crucial.
Fortunately, we have an investigation that's literally happening in your front yard. I'm at 719 Mandalay, correct?
That's me.
Okay. Do you live there with anyone?
No.
Just yourself?
No, I don't live there.
Oh, you don't live there?
That's an investment property.
Okay.
I'm doing construction there.
Is that house occupied currently?
No.
No tenants?
No.
Nobody's supposed to be there?
No.
Okay, good. Please understand this. Not that I don't want to tell you, I can't let you go to the property right yet, unfortunately, sir. Do you have any video cameras?
Yes, I do. Right there in front of the ring camera.
Is it accessible?
Yeah, right now.
Can you not view it yet?
The homeowner is shocked, but not as much as he would have been if he had actually seen the footage. After this, detectives secure access to the ring camera footage, aware that the 911 caller's account, combined with what the camera holds, could finally bring clarity to the case, though it soon becomes clear that this won't come easily. Detectives spent the entire day scouring Mandalay Avenue, collecting ring footage from the crime scene and pulling additional clips from neighboring cameras. What begins to take shape is the outline of a suspect, though not alone, but accompanied by another, less distinct figure. Working frame by frame, officers track the vehicle across multiple cameras until they finally come across a piece of CCTV footage clear enough to capture the license plate. The vehicle is identified as a 2014 Nissan Altima, registered to 26-year-old Jermaine Bennett. As detectives work to locate his address, the autopsy results come in, identifying the victim as Jeffrey Matthew Chapman, CEO of the consulting firm Alterity Financial Group. With the victim now identified, the focus shifts back to Jermaine. But with no permanent address on record, tracking him down isn't straightforward, leading detectives to his brother Jason's home on Fletcher Avenue in Tampa. However, no one is home. Detectives instead speak with a neighbor, seeking any indication of his whereabouts.
Hey, how you doing today?
Okay.
Do you know your neighbor?
His first name is Jason.
Okay.
He works at a mental health facility.
Works at a mental health facility?
Yeah, he works right down the road here.
Really?
I know. He told me he was. I believe I talked to him earlier today. He told me he was working tonight because I noticed. Okay. I thought you're working days now because he'd been home.
But he usually works. Jason Bennett. He works at the mental health facility right down the street.
Oh, is that him? Yeah. Okay.
The following day, detectives return to the residence in an attempt to locate him. But again, Jason is nowhere to be found. His repeated absence begins to draw attention, prompting detectives to consider that Jason may be the second individual seen in the vehicle alongside Jermaine. But while that question remains unresolved, detectives redirect their focus to Jermaine. They visit Insight Family Care in Wesley Chapel, where Jermaine works as a nurse, hoping to locate him, but instead they're met with his boss, David Acosta. And what he tells them about Jermaine begins to outline an individual that feels fundamentally at odds with the brutality of the crime.
Was he here December 21st? So October 21st?
Yes.
Okay. What time, do you know about what time he came in the morning?
He showed up in the parking lot about 8:55 and walked inside around 9.
Okay. Could you describe what he was like in the morning?
Normal to say. Seemed like he was a little bit tired, but other than that, came in and did what he was needed to do as far as work.
Just hours after the attack, Germain clocked in for work, moving through his shift with a sense of normalcy that feels entirely out of place. But it's what he says next that completely dismantles the version of Germain detectives are starting to piece together.
Have you ever had any negative encounters with him? Aggressive, angry, anything like that?
Not at all.
Okay. Do you know if he's had any problems with any of his employees here at all?
Mm-hmm.
Was he a substandard, standard, excellent employee? What kind of employee did he?
I mean, I would say above standard.
Above standard?
Yeah, I mean, people liked him. Patients liked him.
He maintained his employment for at least a year?
Correct. It was, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was like right at a year.
David then informs detectives that Germain is currently at work, prompting them to go and speak with him directly.
All right. Can I talk to you about last night?
Yeah.
What do you think I want to talk about?
I don't know.
What happened last night?
I don't know.
Okay. Did you go to Clearwater last night?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. It's a great city. We put a lot of money into it, so it's a great city. Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Where'd you go to Clearwater?
I just went to the beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where at on the beach?
Just Clearwater Beach.
Okay. Just Clearwater Beach?
Yeah.
About what time do you think you got there?
Maybe about 11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay. What time do you think you left?
Around 1.
About 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Mr. Bennett, I see you getting a little tense there. Right?
Yeah.
You have a huge weight on your chest. Please be honest with me. Why do you think I'm here to talk to you?
I don't know.
You were in Clearwater last night, weren't you?
As Germain speaks with detectives, his composure begins to slip, and then they follow up with a question he isn't prepared for.
There's a lot of cameras on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
An incident with the gentleman out there on a bicycle.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told you, there's flock cameras out there. And who were you with last night?
Myself.
Just you?
Yeah.
Nobody else?
Nobody.
Germain denies everything, refusing to acknowledge the presence of a second person in the vehicle. But the detectives don't ease off. Instead, they press him, pushing harder, knowing he's holding something back.
I'm going to give you another opportunity to tell us who it was with you and what happened.
I'll call my brother.
I'm asking you what happened. Somebody's dead here.
And it doesn't go away.
You give a f***?
I do give a
Give a f*** if somebody's dead?
I do give a fuck.
You give a f*** because it's dead by your actions?
I'm not a violent person.
What happened then? What went wrong last night?
I can't take seriously until you come up with how this went wrong. Okay? Otherwise, this is simply, it was my plan. I was going to do it. If I don't understand from you where this went wrong, then your plan is, you meant to do this. This wasn't a, you know what, some guy hit me in a bar and I hit him back and things went too far. No, this was found somebody, targeted somebody, killed somebody, drove away. This is ugly.
That does sound ugly.
What's that?
That does sound very ugly.
It is.
Yeah.
And the evidence is mountainous. It's mountainous. And I have you say, no, I drove out to the beach by myself. How do you put that in front of somebody and have them take you seriously? To me, that sounds like, no, this guy's a cold-hearted killer. This guy is a cold-hearted killer. This dude is cold-blooded. There's not an ounce of sympathy. There's not an ounce of empathy here. This guy has no regret, no remorse. This guy probably enjoyed it. This guy's not sweating this at all. This guy's going to go out and do this again.
This is your opportunity. Right now we're looking.
I'm clearly nervous.
Are you a fucking animal I need to put in a cage? Or are you somebody that made a mistake, or maybe something happened before this incident? That's what I'm looking at. And you know which way it's gauging? More like you're an animal that needs to be put in a cage.
Despite repeated attempts, Germain doesn't break. So detectives pivot, deploying a team to his parents' house to gather further insight. And here too, they're met with a version of Germain that seems almost incompatible with the allegations.
Have you heard from Germain? Have you heard what's going on?
I hear that Germain. What I hear is, I don't know. I hear that Germain killed someone. I don't know. I never see my son as that. I've never seen my son kill anybody. I've never seen Germain, I don't know, it's bad company. If anything like that, officer, it would be bad company.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian person. I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Who would that company be?
I have no idea. Because I go to work at night. And Germain live with his brother down there on Fletcher.
Okay.
So I do not know, but I know Jermaine is a good kid.
Who does Jermaine hang out with? Does he bring friends by?
No,
Does he have like a best friend? You know, like someone he's always hanging out with? Because I 100% believe you're right. There was another person that was with him, but he's telling us that it was just him. When we have video of two people.
Why he's trying to protect somebody?
Who?
Yes, he is, but I don't know who.
Yeah, and that's what we're.
So you feel like he killed somebody? You think Jeremy killed somebody?
He's saying he killed somebody, and we have video.
So he kills a person?
That's what he says.
Jeremy don't kill nobody.
But that's what he's saying, and we're trying to figure out who would
he protect to that level.
Yes, Jeremy is protecting somebody. He's protecting somebody though. I don't know who it is, officer. Jeremy didn't kill anybody. I can tell you right now. No matter what. No matter what. That's not my kid. Cause Jeremy is not a fight. We're not a fighting person. We don't have that anger. And Jeremy don't have to steal. Wonder why they stopped the man stealing or what? Well, you think he was stealing something?
Who, Jermaine?
Yeah, like what they stopped the man for? Why
we don't know.
It doesn't appear as for any reason at all.
This man was just riding his bicycle down a sidewalk.
And Jeremy just go kill him for no reason?
That's what it's looking like.
Even after speaking with Jermaine's family, detectives are no closer to the second individual. But back at Jermaine's office, the pressure is starting to show. He looks like he's about to give something up.
I do give a f somebody's dead. You just said somebody's dead.
Because of your actions. Because of your actions.
It wasn't because of my actions.
Then who was? Who was it? You were there.
It was society's.
How is this society's problem?
First of all, this has nothing to do with race.
Okay, because there is a. When you say it's society's problem, you're on a beach, okay? Somebody's minding their own business there, and they're dead. After your car stops, two people get out, the car that you acknowledge I went out to the beach in, they're dead. How is that society's problem? You brought that to an innocent person.
The explanation Jermaine offers does little to make sense of what happened. If anything, it only adds to the growing frustration among detectives.
You brought that to an innocent person. I was really hoping that dead body out there was going to be a rapist, a pedophile, an asshole, or something. No.
Everyone's evil.
No.
It's not the society's fault.
Because it produces wickedness.
And are you the wickedness it produces?
We all are.
So you're part of that wickedness.
That's called anger, okay? I'll call it for what it is, that's called anger.
I've been stepped on my entire life.
Okay. So what did this guy do to drive a bicycle down the side of the road? What did this guy do to think that killing him would make your feelings of being stepped on change?
His mindset catches the detectives off guard, and as the questioning continues, something shifts. He asks to call his brother, and what follows next is a confession.
What happened? You're probably not gonna see me again, dog.
Wait, what happened?
Good chance to be up front with him.
I killed somebody last night.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
When?
Last night.
Where?
Clearwater.
You're in something around, man.
I'm not. I'm at the detectives right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Who?
Some guy.
Why?
I apologize, Al.
Are you serious, man? Stop playing.
No, I'm dead serious, Al.
Oh, man. Who have you told?
You're the only one that knows.
Where are you right now?
I'm in the back of the office at my job, about to get arrested.
Don't say nothing, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I love you, Al.
I too.
I just hope that you guys don't hate me.
Well, I don't know even know what's going on.
A confession is one thing, but it still leaves detectives without what they need most. There are no real details of the crime, no motive, and most importantly, still no hint of the accomplice. And when that is weighed against how Jermaine has been described by those closest to him, one question begins to take shape. Who is Jermaine protecting? With too much still missing, he's transported to the Pasco Sheriff's Office, where detectives sit down for a proper interrogation, hoping to make him reveal what he still refuses to say. The first thing officers ask him is for consent to search his apartment, but his response is a little unexpected.
My room. Mm-hmm. Which room?
So where do you live at?
I live at multiple different places.
But what's your current residence where do you stay?
I don't have a room anywhere.
You stay with your parents?
Yeah, sometimes.
Do you have a room there?
No, I don't have a room there.
Do you have a room with your brother?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I sleep on the couch.
Well, whose couch?
My brother's couch.
Okay. So brother's couch, right?
Yeah.
How long have you stayed there?
A year.
A year?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have your own apartment?
No, I do not.
Okay. And do you stay with your brother every day?
No. Daisy allows me. Sometimes I sleep on my car.
Okay. Why do you sleep in the car sometimes?
Huh?
Why do you sleep in the car sometimes?
Because I obviously have some nights I have nowhere to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
One other thing we were going to ask is, you said, where are the clothes you had on that day again?
I don't know.
What'd you do with them?
Throw them out.
In a dumpster and garbage?
Yeah, in a random dumpster.
Huh?
In a random dumpster.
Okay, so when you took...
But I have the gray. I still have the gray shirt, but...
Where's that at?
I'm wearing it.
That's when it finally clicks. The image of a beloved, trusted nurse falls apart completely. Because the man sitting in front of them isn't that anymore. He's something far darker. A remorseless psychopath, still wearing clothes marked with Jeffrey's blood. But the real concern now isn't just Jermaine. It's the accomplice who stood beside him. Because if Jermaine is capable of an attack this brutal, then that second person is just as, if not more, dangerous. And right now, they're still out there. Which is exactly why detectives don't ease up, pressing him again for a name.
I talked to you about the other person in the car. That was pretty important. Did you think about that at all?
No, I did not.
Okay. Who is the other person in the car?
We're back to this.
It's an important feature in this. It really is. And it's not something that, just like everything else, it's not something that'll go away. You know, it's gonna get discovered. Like I said, I'd much rather it be discovered from you putting it out there. You can take some ownership of that. Otherwise, it's going to be out there and you have no ownership of it whatsoever. So that's what I'm trying to do. So who was the other person in the car? Okay. And I asked for your consent to go through your cell phone earlier. I'll ask again. Can I go through your cell phone?
No, you can't.
Okay.
Like many guilty suspects, Jermaine refuses to cooperate, giving detectives nothing to work with. So they shift their approach, asking what compelled him to do it. And the answer he gives doesn't come from rage. It comes from something far more personal.
You drove out to Clearwater Beach with someone that you won't name, okay? Well, and we're discussing when did this urge to do this happen? What was the moment that you decided to do this?
In that moment, profound jealousy.
Okay, of that person or of a situation?
Of the area I was in.
Okay.
Before detectives can process what they've just heard, another report comes in. 79-year-old John Budanis was attacked around 11:45 p.m. in St. Pete, less than 40 minutes from Clearwater, while walking home from a bar. The nature of the injuries is exactly the same as the first victim, Jeffrey Chapman. This, combined with the timing of the attack, feels too similar to ignore. And that's what brings them straight back to Jermaine, with a question they're about to put before him.
But the gentleman was hit in the same manner as described shortly before this happened in Clearwater.
But you were in St. Pete last night? You said...
I was in the Clearwater area.
But never St. Pete?
I don't know if I know that I was in that general proximity.
Okay. Now, when you were in, say, the St. Pete area, were you alone, or was this other person with you?
I wasn't alone.
Huh?
I wasn't alone.
Okay. Would it be fair to say it's possible the other person got out and hit this other guy? Is that a fair assumption?
No, I was the only one who committed violence.
Okay. Did you hit the guy in St. Pete?
I did not hit the guy in St. Pete.
So how did the guy in St. Pete get hit?
Jermaine denies the St. Pete attack while continuing to carry the blame for Clearwater. But beyond that, he gives them nothing. And with no expectation of him naming anyone else, detectives redirect their efforts, sending a team to his family again to build a clearer picture of who he surrounds himself with.
Are you able to talk again in private with us?
No, I have nothing more to say. I said last night, we have an attorney, we spoke to her.
Okay.
So they said, yes. So,
I completely understand that.
yes.
Honestly, can't imagine what you guys are going through, and I can't imagine what the other family.
Oh,
okay.
yes, exactly.
So
we're grieving for them.
we're just here doing our job.
I know.
That's it.
Sorry.
The only thing I will leave you with, okay, is that we know there was another person involved.
Yes.
Okay, so
we spoke about that last
we
night.
are trying to find them. Okay. So I completely respect what you just told us that you haven't.
I don't have no idea. I can tell you right up now. I don't know. I have no idea who that is.
We're not here to ask your brother or your son's involvement. That's not. We're more here to ask about who he may be hanging around with.
I have no idea. I told you last night.
Unfortunately, Jermaine's family offers no clarity on who the other person might be, leaving detectives at a dead end. But before the conversation ends, his mother says something that reflects the kind of values they stand by.
If that person is a friend to my son and saw my son doing something wrong and say allow him to do so, that's not a friend. So I want him to come forward.
Absolutely.
Because the Bible said the receiver is just as bad as the wrong.
Yes. And man, we have the same common goal there, okay?
As the detectives are leaving, his mother once again insists that Jermaine was raised based on these same Christian values and must still possess them. But back in the interrogation room, Jermaine's responses grow increasingly vague.
I asked him what he thought about the communist revolution.
Okay, who asked him where he was from?
I don't know.
Was it the guy with you?
I don't recollect hearing that. I'm not saying that wasn't said, I just don't remember that being said.
Why did you ask him about the communist revolution?
Just to see if he was a proletariat or member of the bourgeois class.
Okay, would that make a difference?
Mm-hmm.
So if he answered correctly, he wouldn't have got beat up?
Mm-hmm.
And what would the correct answer be?
I don't know, just I don't know. Just,
Is there a right answer?
Yes, there's a right answer.
What is the right answer?
Being part of, just the working class.
So are you a communist?
Yes.
Are you a member of any communist groups?
Mm-mm.
No? Just on your own?
Mm-hmm.
And can you define for me what a communist is?
Just people that are not going to tolerate this capitalist system no more.
Is that why you decided to beat this guy up, because you thought he wasn't a communist?
There's nothing that made him special.
And in that moment, the line he's drawn becomes clear. If someone doesn't fit into his worldview, they don't deserve to live. This way of thinking raises serious concerns for the detectives.
So when you left your brother's house, did you decide you were going to do something like this, or?
No. I just had a whole bunch of negative emotions yesterday.
About?
Just everything.
Work?
Nah, just state of existence.
What do you mean by the state of existence?
Just, just everyday struggle.
Name one particular struggle that bothers you.
There's too many to count. Lack of stability, lack of money, lack of mental well-being. Just a lack of a lot of things.
Further into the interview, Jermaine explains that after leaving his brother's house, he put on an album just to clear his head. But what that album revolves around makes this far more disturbing than it sounds.
Times.
Yeah, there was one song that I would put on repeat. The name of it was Frankie Teardrop.
Frankie Teardrop?
Yeah.
And what's that about?
It's a song about this man who, Frankie is 20 years old and he works at a factory. And he gets fired from his job at the factory and he kills his 3-month-old son and his wife. And in the vocal inflection, there's like sporadic parts of the song where he gives like this death howl. And I don't know, when I was listening to the song, that scream started resonating with me.
What's clear is the level of danger Jermaine possesses, but the full extent of what happened is only now coming into focus as a witness named Jeremy Bass comes forward, someone who didn't just hear about the attack, but saw it unfold in real time.
When I walked out of my back driveway, I heard a little bit of commotion over to the right, and I saw where two guys had slammed on their brakes and chased that guy down on his bicycle. The driver is the one who pushed him into the fence. He was pretty quick. He caught up to him and pushed him into the fence, and I was like, oh, okay. They stopped just past his house.
Okay.
And I saw both of those guys get out.
Would that be north of or south of?
They were heading north.
They were heading north. Okay, so they stopped their car
Yes.
north of your house.
Yes, and the driver was fast enough. He chased the guy down and pushed him into the fence, and the other guy got out with a golf club.
So the driver after they stop, driver gets out of the car
Yes.
and actually chases somebody down on a bicycle.
Chases that guy down, yeah.
Okay, pushes him into a fence.
Yep.
Where was the fence relative to your house? If you're looking out...
If I'm looking out my driveway, to the left.
To the left, okay.
Yeah, exactly where everything was.
So that's south of your house,
Yeah,
and then they go
no,
north.
it's actually north of my... Yeah, north of my house.
So, pushes him into the fence.
Yep.
And then you see, is it a passenger from the same car?
Yes.
Okay, in the front passenger seat?
Yes.
Okay, gets out, and then what happens, you said?
He had a golf club, and he went over there and just blatantly was just beating him like this.
So
with the golf club.
The victim in this case was already on the ground.
He was
because
already
he'd
on
been
the
pushed
ground.
down? Okay.
Yes.
Did it look like he was fighting back?
No.
Okay.
And I just thought to myself, oh my God, I literally had my phone up against my chest so it wouldn't light up.
What this account makes clear is the extent of what Jermaine is capable of, the level of violence he's willing to carry out without hesitation. But at least for now, he's off the streets. Because right now, what concerns detectives more is the possibility that a monster just like him is out there, roaming free. And to find him, detectives push further, sending a team to Jermaine's brother George's home, where they finally get something concrete to work with.
I know that your brother doesn't live with you. He lives with your other brother.
Okay.
We've been down trying to talk to your other brother, but he's not home.
Okay.
What we're really trying to find out is who are some of Jermaine's friends. I mean, maybe that you guys could help us out with. He didn't do this by himself, and we know that.
I don't really hang out with Jermaine too much or his friends.
Okay.
The only friend I do know that he has is a guy named Vaughn, and he lives beside my mother. But besides that, I don't.
Do you know Vaughn's last name?
No.
All right. Do you know where he lives?
He's at the house to the left of my mother's house. There's one house to the left, but that's all I know.
Okay.
Has he actually given them the name of the accomplice, or just another piece of the story? To figure it out, detectives begin to look into the name Vaughn, and before long, it leads them to 18-year-old Savon Morrison. But they decide to approach him with caution, starting with his neighbors to understand exactly who they might be dealing with.
Do you know if do you guys remember seeing him at all? That would have been like Thursday into Friday or Friday morning or anything. Maybe dropping everybody off.
Drives a black car. It's got some like stickers
on the side.
Yeah.
There's always things going on with the house across the street. Yeah, and that house between the two. One is like an 18-year-old kid across the street, and I know he's been in trouble. And he hangs around with that guy all the time.
Okay.
So that's all I can really tell you. I don't remember seeing anybody together.
As detectives make their way to Savon's house, back in the interview room, attention returns to Jermaine and a question is put before him. But the pause you'd expect never comes.
Do you feel any remorse?
No.
Not at all?
No.
What do you think should happen to you?
Lethal injection.
Okay, you don't think you belong in a mental institution as opposed to a jail, or?
I want a lethal injection.
That's what you want?
Yes.
Why do you want lethal injection?
I mean, you guys have access to all my things now, so I mean, I have plenty of books I've written about it. Yeah.
What are the books you write about?
just my thoughts and views on the world.
Are they about killing people?
No, I mean, I was working on this new book titled that I had in my backpack called Porno for Suitors.
Even as the questioning intensifies, Jermaine drifts, shifting into something else entirely, speaking about his book as if none of this carries weight. Around the same time, detectives receive confirmation regarding the St. Pete attack. The victim survives, but the injuries tell their own story. A broken arm, torn skin, and the permanent loss of function in 2 fingers. And when he's able to speak, he identifies Jermaine as the one behind it. And with that, a pattern begins to take shape. Not an isolated act, but multiple attacks within hours. That's when detectives decide to take it further, moving towards a question that cuts deeper.
Are you a sadist?
No, the only person I really hurt is myself.
How do you hurt yourself?
Just engage in self-destructive behaviors, go on and off my medications.
What medication should you be on?
I was recently, it's in my backpack. All my medications are in my backpack. I take sertraline and take sertraline for anxiety and depression. I take propofol, that's the name, for bipolar disorder.
Okay.
In the final stretch of the interview, Jermaine Bennett turns to his bipolar disorder, trying to use it as a shield, but the answers never fully form. Instead, what surfaces is consistent, a deep-rooted resentment towards society and underlying jealousy. And with nothing more to extract, detectives bring the interview to a close and take him into custody. Meanwhile, a team of detectives arrives at Savon's house, but he is nowhere to be found, so they speak with his mother, Shanna Morrison. And her reaction reveals more than any words ever could.
This is also St. Pete, and this is the clothing I'm looking for. I'll show you the next one, because you know who this is.
I don't. Okay.
I'll make it simple. Same clothing. Same video, matter of fact.
Go back to video?
We know who that is, right? We know who that is. Okay? Now, here's where things get ugly. Okay? I'll give you a minute to compose here because I know that is not something easy to address. Okay? Want to get the chair out of the
Shanna's reaction reflects the broader impact of what's happened. That same day, Savon is arrested and brought in for questioning. But even that doesn't bring the investigation to a close.
Text messages between you, okay? Because I have his cell phone too.
Okay.
Right. Text messages between you and Jermaine, including conversations the next morning. In its entirety. This is all text between you and Jermaine.
The detectives also have a different angle to pursue. When they go through Savon's phone, another layer quickly comes into view. His 15-year-old brother, Shane Morrison, was also in the vehicle that night. Footage from earlier that night shows him, as well as Savon and Jermaine, using the same iron that was the murder weapon to vandalize cars, just hours before Jeffrey was killed. With this shocking new evidence, officers return to Savon's family home, now looking to bring in Shane too, as the third suspect in this grisly case.
If Shane was not in the car when this happened, it'd behoove him to speak to me about this because he's holding a murder weapon an hour and a half afterwards. Okay. If he is in the car when this happened, I don't have him getting out in video. I don't have him getting out at that scene. I still need to talk to him about that. That reduces things quite a bit for him. That makes things a lot more manageable. I'm hoping to have a word with you here. By now you figured out why we're here. Okay, do you know why we're here?
I do not.
Okay. A week ago, a little over a week ago, I arrested Jermaine Bennett, okay, for first degree murder. All right. Your brother Savon was in the car as principal to that. Okay. I think Shane may have been in the car as well. So right now we're trying to make sure. I know Savon is involved with. Savon's in custody for that right now. When did they leave the house? Were you home on October 20th? It was Thursday night.
What time Thursday night? Because I'm either asleep or at work.
Shane is already under arrest for principal of first-degree murder. That's a capital offense. Death penalty or life without the potential for parole. Okay. Your younger brother, within an hour and a half of a homicide, is holding the murder weapon on another scene, smashing the window out. I really need to account for his presence, maybe to help him. Okay. Call it what you want. I really need to nail down where he is and was in that.
Neither his brother nor his mother can account for where Shane was at the time of the murder, placing him firmly under suspicion. And with that uncertainty, detectives take the next step and show his mother exactly what her son was seen doing on the CCTV.
Vaughn got out the driver's seat, rushed the guy, pushed him off the bike, okay? As Bennett came and clubbed him to death. They're both right there. Then he rifled through his pockets and left. They both left. So it's actually armed robbery and for principal to first-degree murder. So do me a favor here, Shane's 15. I think he's in the car at the time. I know he's in the car immediately after that. But if he's in the car, that's fine. I don't have him on video doing this. I have 2 others doing this. But I need to account for his presence and speak to him about it. Otherwise, he's in the middle of this. And frankly, I think your family has enough to deal with now. I'd like to be able to do that for him.
That's a dumb.
But that's not murder, is it?
That's a dumb.
That's the worst he did.
Oh,
he can face the consequence for that. But the other issues
I've
are.
heard some dumb kids. Ooh.
Is that Shane?
Boy, I tell you, the middle definitely got the end of the stick, baby. Because let me tell you something.
They put up a video.
The more that you listen, it's true. The more you give birth, the smaller they get. But damn, the dumber they get. Lord Jesus.
As she watches the footage, her frustration becomes clear, struggling to process what her sons have done. But rather than deflect, she gives detectives a way forward, telling them that Shane works at a nearby KFC and his shift would end at 9. Detectives take up positions outside the house and lie in wait. The moment Shane returns from work, he's stopped and taken into custody. No time is lost. The questioning begins right there.
Last Thursday night, you went out with Jermaine. Remember that night? Can you tell me what happened that night?
Yeah, he called me and just told me to be outside. I'm outside, he tells me to get my ass in the car. But it's just, I don't think nothing of it. And for some weird reason, he hands me what I think is a spray painted tire iron, and he says, "Get out and bust that window."
It's important that we be honest about this. So let me show you a picture. This started in St. Pete early in the evening, okay? Yeah, this is the car you guys are all in, right? This is Jermaine, okay? On the 20th. And that's the tire iron that he had in the car. Do you recognize the tire iron?
I recognize the tire iron.
Okay, is that the tire iron that you had later on when you were up here?
Yeah, but it's not spray painted.
Okay. Who's this guy? You recognize this? You gotta recognize it. We're kind of close to you.
I was about to say, yeah, that's Savon.
That's Savon, okay. This is Savon in St. Pete, okay? Smashing windows. You know Jermaine got arrested, right?
Yeah, I heard about it.
What do you think Jermaine got arrested for?
I didn't know. I thought it was the same thing.
Okay, Savon got arrested. What do you think Savon got arrested for?
Violation of probation?
No, well, that too, but Savon is in the car at that time in Clearwater when this man got killed. That's all on video. Everything else. Okay. My concern is an hour and a half later, you're holding the murder weapon in your hand, smashing that pink car. You see how that looks bad?
Yeah, that looks real bad. I understand.
My worry is an hour and a half later, you got a murder weapon in your hands. I don't have the photo in my car of you holding the tire iron, and the tire iron's got blood all over it from where you killed somebody an hour and a half earlier.
Fuck guy. He tells me it was fake.
But what follows doesn't just distance him from the crime. It shows he didn't fully grasp what was happening. But as he reveals the truth of that night, he also exposes another side of Jermaine.
Did they talk about what happened on the beach in the car? I'm sure they did, but what do they say in the car?
No, they never even mentioned going to the beach.
Well, it was pretty, like I said, I got that cell phone. This is a pretty wild conversation going on. And I know that in the car, it got pretty wild. So what was mentioned in the car?
Nothing mentioned in the car to me.
In general, what were they talking about?
I don't know.
Were they keeping you in the conversation? You feel like keeping you out of the conversation?
Yeah. Like, Jermaine was talking to Savon, but Savon wasn't talking back.
What was Jermaine saying?
I don't know. He was just like ecstatic all over the place.
Like ecstatic, panicky, or ecstatic like I'm powerful, or ecstatic I'm cool, you know?
Yeah, like you find a sense of power or something.
Okay. Have you ever seen Jermaine like that before?
No.
All right.
What about Jermaine saying anything about hitting the guy?
You mentioned hitting something, but I didn't think it was a person.
Okay. What did he say?
He was like, "Oh, I felt so good when I hit that guy." Well, not that guy. Well, I felt so good when I hit that. So I'm instantly assuming he's talking about a girl.
Okay. I don't think it was a girl, but
I'm thinking he was having sex or something.
Did he say anything about knocking anybody off the bike or anything?
No. Jermaine was just like, he was talking about how much power he felt like he had now. Like he felt strong.
Did he say why he felt like he had the power?
He said he hit something.
Hit something or someone?
He said hit that. That's where I was confused.
And did he say what he hit that with?
No.
What Shane reveals leaves no doubt Jermaine is a cold-blooded psychopath, and he wasn't seeking punishment. The request for lethal injection was nothing more than a performance. Because what surfaces instead is unmistakable. Not regret, but a sense of power in the aftermath. With that established, Shane Morrison is ruled out. Nothing ties him to the scene or the vehicle during the time of the murder. And as that line of inquiry closes, the focus returns to the station where Savon is being questioned. He is confronted with the evidence but chooses not to respond to it at all. Every question meets the same end, a request for a lawyer.
Are you willing to walk me through this night and go through everything?
You said I have a right to a lawyer?
Mm-hmm. You can decide at any time that you want to stop talking to me, or you can walk me through this.
I'd like to get my lawyer, please.
Okay.
With the interview going nowhere, detectives bring it to a close. Savon is transported to the Pasco County Jail, where Jermaine is already being held. With both suspects in custody, prosecutors and detectives begin gathering evidence for the trial. But before it begins, Jermaine does one last thing that leaves the officers reeling at the sheer lack of remorse this man feels.
Mom, I gotta publish that book while this case is hot. Mom, how you think that idea sounds?
It sounds good. It's gonna be.
Let's be superstars.
Jermaine seems least bothered about his trial. Instead, he views his arrest as an opportunity to promote the book he wrote, showcasing his utterly depraved mind. And worst of all, his mom, who spoke so much about her family's values when the police interviewed her, agrees with him. And then detectives put the final nail in Jermaine's and Savon's coffins when they finally review the texts the two exchanged after the crimes. The messages don't reflect shock or regret, but something else entirely. Following the investigation, both individuals are formally charged and sentenced based on their roles in the attacks. Jermaine Bennett, identified as the primary aggressor in the fatal assault on Jeffrey Matthew Chapman, pleads guilty to first-degree murder on March 22, 2024, and is sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole on May 22, 2024. Nearly 2 years later, co-defendant Savon Morrison, originally charged with second-degree murder as principal, stands trial and is convicted on March 13, 2026 of second-degree manslaughter and criminal mischief. Sentencing remains pending with up to 15 years possible.